When you have a portfolio where all the assets are performing at the same time in the market, well, theoretically it's not a diversified portfolio. They have to have different attributes, different values, different drivers of growth. So what is diversification? Well, diversification is to look at investments across varied markets. And it's looking at a lot of different asset classes, not just asset classes, but within the asset classes. So it's genuinely considering all of the options in the market and how they can actually contribute to our outcomes. Diversification is challenged in tough markets. In tough markets, people go back to things that they're comfortable with. They're going back to things that they're familiar with. And what that does, it potentially opens you up to a different set of risks. We've talked about time in the market. We've talked about minimising downside. If we get more concentrated, a lot of those concepts are challenged. So diversification is so powerful when it comes to actually controlling risk, keeping you in the market and enjoying the upside. What we know statistically is that if we reduce diversification, we reduce the number of investments in our portfolios, the short-term outcomes can be varied. An extremely wide range in terms of both performance and the way that they behave. One part of diversification is a form of defence. In such circumstances, we maintain a diverse portfolio that has the greatest possibility of performing well, regardless of any of the possible outcomes. When you have a portfolio where all the assets are performing at the same time in the market, well, theoretically it's not a diversified portfolio. They have to have different attributes, different values, different drivers of growth. So when you think diversification, you're going to be challenged by some assets that are both performing exceptionally well, but some assets that are lagging in terms of a relative performance to those great assets that you have in the portfolio. But in time, the performing assets will start to underperform and the underperforming assets will perform. And that is the idea of having a relatively diverse stable of assets that all play their part, both in the way that they perform individually, but also how they interact with each other to form the strong fabric of the portfolio. Our message is not never change your portfolio. Our point is rather don't make changes in haste and without understanding the broader consequences of such changes.
Thank you for listening to At the Helm with Will Douglas. Be sure to subscribe to this channel on YouTube. You can connect with Will by visiting kodacapital.com. The preceding content is information only and based on information available when created. It is not an offer or solicitation, nor is it tax or legal advice. It does not consider your financial circumstances and objectives and may not be suitable for you.